Hello everyone, I'm Devika and welcome to our channel, The Assorted Bag. Please subscribe and turn on the bell icon for notifications. In today's video, we are going to look at the best ways to identify a reliable paid content writing job. Ideally, this video is intended to have been created in response to a previous video where we spoke about why content writing can be a successful career for you. So to that video, I received several queries and comments, and to top it all, it was one of these queries where people asked me about how they can find the most genuine platforms where they can apply for freelance or full-time content writing work. So today's video I'll be talking about and guiding you as to how you can land that perfect content writing job. The other queries shall be addressed in the following videos. For today, it's this topic that we shall basically look into. Another query that should be discussed at this point of time is where one person asked me about the difference between freelance, remote, and full-time content writing work. So when you're freelancing, you are at the liberty to decide your working hours. You can take up assignments only based on your availability. Moreover, you get to work with multiple clients. So depending upon your field of interest, you can choose different clients and take up assignments only when you want to. But note that with freelance work, you do not get paid a particular salary at the end of the month. Freelance work only includes payment in terms of per assignment, per article, or per word count. So in that case, you're only paid for each assignment that you do. Few clients choose to pay you once in 2 weeks, few do pay once in a month. So all those are the things that you need to understand and set up a kind of a contract with your client. Moreover, you can also decide your unavailability. So say you're working this week but not available to take a work in the following week. You can always notify your client or the company that you're freelancing for and tell them that you're not available the next week. So you wouldn't be asked any questions and you can decide when to work and when not. Unlike in a full-time job where you are supposed to go to office and say put in 8-9 hours of daily work with respect to whatever articles you are supposed to write on, and whenever you want to go and leave, you have to actually officially apply for that leave and wait for the approval and all that. But then at the end of the month, you are paid a particular amount of as a salary. Talking about remote work. Now note that part-time work is different than freelance work. Part-time work is something wherein you put in a dedicated amount of time, say 3 or 4 hours daily, and you have to be available within that particular time. So that say it's Skype meetings or online calls or replying to email communications, whatever it might be. Freelance and part-time is different. Freelance, you do not get questioned or you can work at your own pace. But with part-time, if you have dedicated a certain number of hours to work daily, you will have to stick to that and do it. And talking about remote work, so remote work is quite like in-office work. So if you're remotely working, so remote work is something wherein you're just working out of office, say remotely working at home, but then you are responsible to account for that 8 or 9 hours of work that you do. So when you're working full time but in a remote place, you need to be available for communication, say it calls or meetings or whatever it might be, just that you're working remotely out of office from home or elsewhere. So these were the basic differences between freelance, remote, and full-time work. If anything is still not clear, please do leave it in the comment section and I shall address it again. And now moving over, talking about how to get the right job or the right content writing paid job. So let's get started and look at how do we do that. So it is highly essential that you find a reliable and paid content writing job. So today I'll guide you through some of these online platforms and companies where you can apply to get a genuine content writing job. Please do know these are just based on my understanding and experience. I do not have tie-ups with any of these companies. So I would suggest that before you move on to apply, please do a website research and check in their LinkedIn pages and just get a hang of what these companies or platforms are all about before actually moving on to getting a job there. So to begin with, there are 2 online platforms for freelancers, especially Fiverr and Upwork. So do note that these are not specifically for content writing, but yes, these are online freelancing platforms wherein you can create a profile and put across your experience or your skills or your interest to get into a content writing profession. So it's kind of a virtual marketplace that brings the freelancers and the business or the companies together so that they can connect and get onto getting a job done. So what you have to do here is firstly create a profile. So when you log on to Fiverr or Upwork, you would need to sign up. Signing up is completely free. So do sign up, create a profile, and the main thing about the profile should be your skills or your experiences. So highlight that. So whatever your interest is or whatever particular subject that you wish to freelance or content write on. So do specify those aspects, and you would need to select that you are applying or interested for positions in the content writing aspect. So once you create your profile, highlight your aspects, your profile is going to be visible to recruiters. So the recruiters, whoever is interested to hire a content writer, would search this platform, and if your skill matches their requirements, they would connect with you, and maybe you all can agree on a price, or you can quote your price and then get the assignments done. So these are more of one per assignment kind of thing. So you do not have a constant client. It's based on the client's requirements, and also I think there are possibilities where you can also search for open positions and apply. So this platform is quite handy for freelancers who just might have a few hours per day, or who want to pitch in and get these 1 or 2 assignments here and there. So these are really nice freelancing platforms. Now moving on to some of these solely focusing on the writing ones. So I have come across a platform for people who wish to write in regional languages. So this was another query that came up after my last video, where people wanted to know if they have a chance to write in regional languages other than English. So if you are well versed with any of the regional languages, Hindi, Bengali, Gujarati, Marathi, Tamil, or any of those, so you have some of these platforms give you the chance to put across your thoughts or your understanding of a subject in terms of the regional language. So one such platform is Lekhika. So if you're interested to pitch in any of these regional languages, and yes, they do offer writing in English as well, and also in the other languages. So if you want to look up for freelance work, you can log into this Lekhika platform, and they'll have this register with us page, and you can register with them, and henceforth they'll contact you with whatever available assignments they have. So ideally you'll be given a dashboard where you can see the assignments that are coming in, and you can accept that and submit them online, and then you'll get paid. So when you are sent an assignment, they also do tell you the amount of the price for that particular word count. So this is quite handy for people who want to work from home. So if you need a long-term basis or a constant kind of inflow of work, then Lekhika is a very suitable platform. So Lekhika is actually a part of oneindia.com. So oneindia.com, they do also offer full-time opportunities for authors as well as sub-editors. So if you're one of those who wish to pursue a full-time career, like an in-office career, then you can go to this oneindia.com site and apply there for a writing position. Also note that they work on various categories. So if you are interested in a particular category, say lifestyle, fitness, beauty, diet, nutrition, astrology, or any of those things, so maybe you can check out their website. They have various sub websites dedicated to each of these categories. So whatever your interest is, you can apply for that particular category and get on board to write for them. So these were the two for general ones, whoever's interested in a general subject. Also, I would like to say that they have a technical website as well for all the tech writers. So maybe you can check out their website, and it's going to be quite useful for you. Another one is Times Internet. They have also started with regional languages, blogs or articles. So maybe you can check out Times Internet as well. I'll suggest follow their LinkedIn page They have several of these openings coming up there, so have related to travel, lifestyle, automation, education. So a lot of availability of job opportunities, and also in the regional language category. So you can follow their LinkedIn page, and I'm sure you'll get quite an interesting job options there. Now, coming to academic writing, so people who say have a master's degree or pursuing PhD, or you all are more interested towards academic writing, then these two companies are quite what you might be looking for. So Answer Source is something I doubt if they have a freelance kind of opportunity, but then they do hire full-time ones. So they are basically an e-learning company, and they have they work with the American universities and publications. So you can become an author or an editor or copy editor here. So they do prefer people who have a master's degree. So whether you have a master's in finance or economics or literature or anything, they have open positions for all of these categories. But you might want to check if they offer freelance work. Maybe go through the career page on their website, and you'll get more details on that. Next is Cactus Communications. This is more of a scientific communications company. They deal with scientific papers or manuscripts, theses that idly researchers and scientists work on. So it's more of an editing based kind of a job. So if you're good with your English language skills, maybe you can apply here. And the most attractive point of Cactus is that you get to work as a freelancer, you get to work as a remote full-time, remote part-time, and also a in-office full-time. So they have various opportunities for all category kinds of jobs. Even if you want to just pitch in as a freelancer or work remotely as a full-time one, so they have these opportunities. So again, go to the website and check out their career page. And they also do hire medical writers. This was one of the queries that I came up as to where they can apply for a medical writer. So if you have a medical background, say anything, not generally an MBBS or something, you can have an occupational therapist or a physiotherapist or something of that sort, then even then I think they have open positions, and you can check out their site for more details. So these were some of the companies that I personally know, and they offer genuine paid content writing services. So you can approach them and check out their website for more details. Successful content writers as one of the next videos, especially for the beginners, and I'm sure that video is going to be quite useful. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I shall see you in our next video. Till then, take care. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.